Inter Milan take up their starting position ahead of what will be another manic dash towards the finish line. A finish line beyond which lies pastures substantially greener, substantially more fertile, substantially more lucrative. They really do want to get off to a flyer here. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling, passions are high. How could this not be inspiring for all those down there in light blue? Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Kane. That has not gone well. That has ended up in no man's land. Played towards the other side. Saka.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
Well, it does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
Adams does really well to win the ball there. And it's Messi. Rice, over to the left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Saka! I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. Rice. Great defending, strong and determined. Kane. Inter Milan still without a single shot on target. Davis gets across to intercept that. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Opts to play it back. And Messi! Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Lazio have taken the lead.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Kane. Messi.
Saka really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Matheus Nunes. Saka. Approaching the half-hour mark. Yamal. Now it's Kane. Matheus Nunes. And it's Kane. Now the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lazio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's a fine interception. Corner number 2 then. Guerrero with the short one. Alexander-Arnold. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's had a shot! Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. And it's Kane.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Lazio finding their passes. Kane! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, what has happened here? Saka proves just a little bit too strong. And that is out of play. Now it's Messi. Rice. Oh, important interception. Amrabat. No, he's not getting past him there. Rice. Messi has found the net here, of course. Saka. He's looking to set free a runner. No, again there's no way through.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Hakimi cuts out the pass. Amrabat. Mbappe. Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And the second half gets underway.
Inter can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Mbappe. The fullback is in acres of space here. He gets big! Good delivery, but no joy.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Inter Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Saka. He's got away. For Rice. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He is through here. There's the hit! Now who's going to be first to this? Mathias Nunes does well to get it back. He's got the shot away! Well, now it's... Oh, he's been... In he goes again! A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively. Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Rice. Stones. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. And here's Kane. Tries a shot! It's is getting better and better. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Lazio are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Davis in with the challenge. Davis got a long way forward to join the attack. But they've got it again. Shot Conte! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 27, numero 41, numero 7, Messi. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10, Beckham, il numero 8, il numero 9, il numero 21, Ribery.
He's intervened well there. And that's another good win of the ball. And it's Beckham. Ribery. Inter Milan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. And here's Kane. Mbappe. And it's Davis. Conte. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Mbappe. And he's Mbappe! And he nearly went all the way.
Well, he tried to go it alone, and he wasn't too far away from pulling it off either. Everything was there apart from the finish.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
They've played it short. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, easy pickings there. Inter Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Thuram. That's been cut out, well played. And here's Havertz. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick.
Cambio di giocatori.
Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And they are cruising away. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Look, there's an awful lot that can go wrong from that range. How good was that?
A case now of complete control. Havertz. Beckham. Played back in.
Inter are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Zaire Emery. And here's Thuram. He's having a go. And that is great goalkeeping.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
It's their second corner of the game. Mbappe plays it short. Modric! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Oh, nicely intercepted. The final 5 minutes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Thuram, and he's had it nicked away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Nice interception, well timed. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. He's picked his way through. Ribery. Havertz. Now it's Kane. Distributed tidily. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's Beckham. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Inter Milan suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. So yet again, Munich expects, and it has every reason so to do. Bayern, so often Germany's indisputable champions, the preeminent force of our day, looking to impose itself once more. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Back into the middle. He's got the shot away!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Kante takes control of it and he's on the move. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Conte. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run.
Real chance! They've done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Bayern Munich are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that could set him on his way. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Davis engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Another pass, just... There's the hit! And more, and more, and more! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Villa very cleverly provided the return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Bayern Munich find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Koundé defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Inter Milan can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. That'll be a throw. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Long time, excellent interception. Distributed tidily. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. And it's Davis. He won't be happy with that one. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Inter Milan have it back and can go again. Yamal unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has been cut short. Rudiger is fouled. That's been intercepted.
2 added minutes
Hakimi
has been indicated.
And Amrabat. Vinicius Junior. That's really well manoeuvred. Conte. And the whistle goes for half-time. So no shortage of thrills, no shortage of fireworks, but all very one-sided. We appear perhaps headed for a cricket score at this rate, unless there is a significant change in fortune. It is 3-0 at half-time.
Hello attendees, this is a lost children's announcement. Would the father of a boy in the green backpack kindly contact a nearby member of staff?
And the second half gets underway. Inter Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Now it's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Davis.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Conte plays a sharp little ball here. Conte, quality ball. And here's Mbappe. Oh, this is a great position. Nice control. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Kante does really well to win the ball there. And that's not going to reach.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he...
Chance! Oh no, what has happened? And again! It's a goal! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution for one player. He's been just about unplayable. the irresistible force today.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Vinicius Junior.
Bayern Munich are having a ball here.
Conte.
Amrabat.
On the field.
He's in! Hits one! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Number 19.
Oh, what has happened here?
Number 24. Pep Guardiola.
Showing good feet.
Substitution
And the
taking
finish!
place.
Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And it's Modric. And that is expertly dealt with. Good spot, he's seen the run. That's the throw. Ruben Dias. And he was quick to react. Inter Milan still have the cards to affect this game. He's through here. No, it's not getting there. Guardiola. Musiala, and he cuts out the supply. He's having a go! No, got right underneath it.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
David Villa, caught offside that time. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal. Guardiola. David Villa. Mbappe! Oh, denied at the last.
Bayern Munich just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Kept it out, that's a great save.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Corner number 2 then. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Hakimi deals with that comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. Hakimi. And that has put paid to that. Mbappe! Bayern Munich with another chance from a corner.
Substitution.
Bayern Munich have their third corner. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Shapes to shoot! And that has been clubbed away. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Yamal.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is. Inter seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
So a chance here, what can they make of it? This then, an ideal chance to cut the deficit. goal! About as smooth as it gets. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Real chance here. There's the shot. Really well taken goal.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Bayern Munich are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's found a way through.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Mbappe! Mbappe! Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Guardiola. Alexander-Arnold. He's onside, and he's managed to get free. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Costa Curta. Modric. Yamal. Zaire Emery. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply... He's got the shot away! A real chance and a real let-off.
OK, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Played out to the left flank. Some good work on the right flank here. Ronaldinho, and the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. That has not gone well. Short changes in with that pass. Now there's Mbappe! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. João Cancelo calmly anticipates. Iniesta. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Now it's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Mbappe. Hakimi. Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Davis. And he can clear it away. Upamecano. Iniesta will not want to lose out here, not against this, a big chance! And he's done it!
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Koundé cuts it out.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Hakimi. Conte. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. João Cancelo.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Bastoni.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Vardiol. Ronaldinho.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Vardiol gets across to intercept that.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Hakimi. Conte. Modric. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Davis. Davis was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And they've switched it over to the other side. Lizarazu. Modric. Amrabat. Now it's Osimhen. And here's Osimhen. Rice. Haaland. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Ronaldinho. Well timed, excellent interception. And the half-time whistle goes. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
That gets things going for the second half.
Inter really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Osimhen. Mbappe. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Now it's Ronaldinho. Some resolute defending there. He won't be happy with that one. No, that's been intercepted. João Cancelo. They get a throw in.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Lizarazu. João Cancelo. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Amrabat. Mbappe. Ball is over the line. That's really well manoeuvred. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Modric. Oh, that's a key interception. Iniesta. He can run onto that. He's found some space. Shapes to shoot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. And the finish! Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Haaland. He is just caressing the ball. João Cancelo. Rice, who does have an assist to his name. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Osimhen. Here's Osimhen! It's a loose ball. And that has been clubbed away.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 45.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's having a go! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
João Cancelo. Lovely bit of skill. Amrabat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rice. Oh, that's a fine interception. Hakimi. Oh, it's been cut out, well played. Mbappe. Looking for the runner. Played into space out wide. He is through here!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
That's a lovely, neat pass. Back into the middle. Just too much on that. Lizarazu.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6, numero 14. Lasciano il campo per il numero 33, il numero 11.
Oh, give it away! Inter Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Inter Milan must do something here, and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Lizarazu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Inter need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. He's got away.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Quite squeezed that one through. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And here's Ronaldinho. Final ball not quite right. His teammates are irritated at that. Now it's Modric. Oh, nicely intercepted. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Your final thoughts, Jim?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as...
Well, hello, welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. Well, you've got to say, the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Menu.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of work.
Nothing quite like him in the modern era.
Agreed.
Great ball if he can get there. He's picked his way. Real chance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Hakimi. Osimhen. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Mbappe having a look. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Osimhen.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the pass is intercepted. Quality ball. And it's Gullit. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Gullit plays it in. He's dealt with that well. Mbappe. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Gullit. He's got away. That's a decent clearance. And reclaimed it in a trice. Hakimi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Inter Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Mbappe. Amrabat is the team's great visionary. And here's Osimhen. He's beaten the last man. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Plenty to aim at here. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Davis. And Amrabat. Chooses to go back. Gullit. Bayern Munich look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time.
Griezmann! Davis.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Stoichkov. Menu. It's a really well-measured ball. And smartly reclaimed. Couldn't squeeze it through. Menu. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Bayern Munich! And Bayern Munich take the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Bayern Munich have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Davis. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Koundé.
Footballing wit usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Davis. Mbappe. He's shifting. Hits one. He scored. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Inter Milan head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just hope the second half is as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Bayern Munich get the second half started. And it's Davis. Griezmann. Short changes him with that pass. Mbappe.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
And here's him. He's had a hit! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. And the counter is on. And here's Modric. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
It's an Inter free kick. Pullet goes steaming forward. Now it's Griezmann. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Nicked it back promptly. Chouameni. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And Pullet! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's managed to get rid. Pullet. And that's not going to reach. Mbappe being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And he's intervened well there. Menu. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Osimhen. Chance! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Now it's Mbappe.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Mbappe, and here's Osimhen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bayern Munich needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He can get that clear. And it's Conte. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, they've got it again. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's got the shot away! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 45, numero 15, Modric. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18, il numero 33.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Hakimi is there and he can get that clear. It's their second corner of the game. Davis getting this one clear. Ball is over the line. Costa Curta. And he whips it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Pass somewhat off target. Van Dijk. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Thuram. Now then, the ball's come loose. That's really well cleared. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that's well seen too. Hakimi. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That has been cut short. Kante really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Inter certainly don't need to overcommit now. They're
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 13.
To square things up.
Viene sostituito con il numero 22.
And he scores! Back in business. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Mbappe, there's the shot! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! And that may just do it!
Bayern Munich clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Bayern Munich complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Menu. Oh, he's only too happy to take that back. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Inter Milan, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their...